The exciting part is also the most stressful. You have 4 weeks, and opening night's going to go whether or not you're prepared or not, and so you better be. And it's definitely about time crunch, and sometimes things get fouled up, and it's your dress rehearsal and something goes horribly wrong and things break and actors get sick or someone gets injured, and you have to solve that, and you have a day to do it.
You have lots of time, so don't ever feel you have to rush. Take a look.
It's figuring out all of the detail of the large picture, so that through all of these different individual components, you create one homogeneous whole thing. It's very exciting.
We're changing things, and we're seeing what works based on our plan, because sometimes you never know until you get to the stage whether what you'd planned on for the last 6 months is actually going to work. And if it doesn't work, oh, what are we going to do? You're problem solving moment by moment. So no one does anything on stage unless it's cued by the stage manager. And we give that role to a student. Our Rachel is fabulous. We've given her the most difficult show this year because we're challenging her, because we know she's just crackerjack, and she's doing very, very well.
Her skills as a stage manager are incredible. If we'd had anybody else stage managing this show, I really don't think we'd be where we are.
She holds it all together. She is amazing, such like a taskmaster, so organized, and she's the most invaluable person to this show, because it would all fall apart without her.
All of you, these platforms will have very sturdy rails on them, so please stop worrying.
She's really fantastic. And for a young stage manager, to call a show this complex, things are timed to the beat and to the second, and when those don't go right, you notice. When they do go right, it just looks right. The skill is quite an amazing one.
Your faces call for the top of the show.
The energy really comes from the music and the other cast members. It's just, when the first note on the guitar starts, it's just like, I just fill up with joy. It's unbelievable actually how much energy comes from the band and feeding off of each other.
Because the music is so, has such a rock beat, and the band's so gung-ho, and it's such a huge cast, there's always someone who has high energy and is ready to go, and you just kind of feed off them, and it's a give and take. And it's such an exciting show, and so many parts that are so scary that I never really get lackluster about it, because I'm always terrified, so it's easy to keep your energy up when you're dying of fear.
I think the show itself does a really, really good job of keeping energy up. There's still parts where I laugh, I'm there and I'm laughing, and the moments that are really nice or that they do really well, I still react to them as if I was watching it for the first time.
Especially as it gets further and further along in the process and you start adding in all the technical elements, the lights, the sound, the costumes, and then an audience, it changes the show, it transforms things, and things really start to come to life. And sort of the vision that I had in my head 4 weeks ago in that little stuffy, horrible room downstairs in the basement is now realized. So it's all the things that you sort of imagine and more coming to life. That's what's been the most fun.
What's my favorite part? Actually, I liked hearing all the audience stuff that was coming out. That's the first time we've really had to hear that, gotten to hear that rather. So to hear some of the comments come back and the actors kind of, not stumbling, but kind of reacting to it and then coming back in, that was pretty amazing.
Didn't we pass a telephone? Let's go! For rich weirdos.
Well, I have so many, but probably the floor show.
Yeah?
Yeah, when the silver curtain comes down and the boas come out. I think that's my favorite part.
I love the floor show. It's just so much fun. It's like 7 minutes of the most fun ever. I love Damn It, Janet.
I love Damn It, Janet.
I love the bedroom scenes. Those are really fun.
The bedroom scene with Brad where we switch over is hilarious. Every time the band, I'm looking at them when I'm behind the sheet and they're dying every night, and it's so fun.
Nothing. Why? Do you think I should?
I don't have a favorite part. That's like asking Who's your favorite child? I don't know, I love it all. I love it all. I just, you know, I love the sort of the way the rock and roll, like having the band, the sound, the crazy rock and roll lighting, it just, everything has added, the set, everything adds so much to the production.
Shooting up Jack was a low-down, cheap little punk. Taking everyone for a ride. Yeah! When Eddie said he didn't like his steady and knew he was a no-good kid.
Reed is a first year, I'm a second year, so we haven't spent a lot of time together up until the rehearsal process. And I'm so glad that I have had this chance to work with him because he's such a brave individual. His job, his role in the show is so difficult, and I have so much respect for him because he just handles it so well.
I just felt this burst of energy and this rush, and I realized that I wasn't really in control anymore. And it was his feelings that I was feeling. And I just flew with it. It was awesome.
Seeing him grow throughout the process has been really, really inspiring because from day one till now, it's like, he's just, oh, it's incredible. It's really been fantastic.
You are so quake with fear, you tiny fool. Okay.
With the cast, we didn't really know the second years that well. I mean, we got to see a lot of their performances throughout the year, and you know, they've always mentored us, but it was nice to actually go and work with them, the second year students, and they're all so encouraging and positive, and they're just like us. They're just a little bit more ahead of us in their experience. So, but they were all really warm and inviting and supportive, and they're all really great to work with.
No, me and Simon are super tight because we're together like the whole first act and a lot of the second act, and when we make up and Eddie's Teddy and he kind of looks at me, it's like, it warms my heart. Everyone's kind of bonded in their own way because it's such a physical, touchy-feely kind of show that we all just opened up really fast.
I was like, I didn't know what to do because I was like,
You become a strange, tight-knit family for the period of time that you're doing the show. And what I watched all of them do was get tighter with each other and work more and more as an ensemble.
For me, it's an amazing opportunity to work with incredibly talented people, amazing directors, incredibly talented kids. The actors are really phenomenal, and it's an opportunity to see so much growth in them and so much passion in them, and you learn so much from the people that you work with.
now Frankenfurter, your time.